Hello everyone, I'm Fernando Noodt, business journalist for SBC Noticias, and I'm at SBC Summit Latin America 2024. And today I am joined by a very special guest for this interview. I'm joined by CEO at BETER, Gal Ehrlich. Gal, how are you today?
Very good. Thank you for having me here.
How do you like the event so far?
So far, it's amazing. So it's a good opportunity to meet all of our partners in a very consolidated area. So we're very happy to meet many of our customers, many of our partners here. So far, so good.
Amazing, amazing. And we are really happy to have you here because your company has grown a lot over the last few years. And so let's just jump right into it. And let me ask you about your in-house tournaments. Like that's what you're most famous about. Absolutely. And you have both esports and regular sports. So why don't you tell us how these products came to be, and which one do you consider to be the most popular?
If you look at our product portfolio, we are constantly enhancing that, adding more and more products. We just ended recently our virtual table tennis, and we are adding cricket and e-cricket. It all starts with the idea, okay, to identify the market needs and to identify where can be the best, the next, strong value creation in the market. For that, we are very happy to work with our partners to understand their needs, to do some assessment for the what is becoming more trendy, try to assess it one step before competition. And then there is the execution, which is something that we have been shaping for many years now. So we are doing it very good. It's like 6, 9, 12 months from the idea until we have the first tournament up and running, from building the venues, recruiting the players, setting the teams, balance it, trade it properly, and so on. But this is what BETER is expertise. Yeah? This is what we're doing best.
And I was looking at your product, and I find that you have the traditional video games like Counter-Strike in there, like for the offering, but there's also a lot of sports simulators. How important are sports simulators, or these video games sports simulators, for fan engagement? I
think that this is, when you talk about sports simulators, talking about content like e-football, in e-basketball, in e-hockey, e-tennis, e-cricket. These are one considered now one of the biggest, strongest growing segment in the sport betting, and for a few good reasons. And I think that from few elements point of view, this even overperforming many of the traditional esports. First of all, it's 24/7, and the dynamic, it's a fast betting product. So you can put a bet and settle it in 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. So it's a very fast pace. Players love it because they can bet more and more. You know, they are very much engaged into the game and can place several bets during the duration. Operators love it because the amount of betting that is being placed reduce the volatility that you can see in regular sports. And it acts very much like a casino. So you can very much predict the margin by the end of the month. It's very stable, very solid performing. The audience is growing year by year, so you can see more and more players coming. So all the indicators are very positive for this. We call it console game simulators, but a very strong part of our portfolio.
And speaking of esports, of course, they're usually linked with a younger audience, right? But esports have been around for a while now, and these audiences have come of age. Has popularity around esports grown over the last few years?
Absolutely. I think that, if you look all the markets, and we're tracking it very closely, there's a significant growth. First of all, something will be a bit surprising because we usually associate the e-sport with teenagers, but the average player is about 30, 35, getting close to 40. That's the average player on CSGO, Dota 2, League of Legends. So that's one segment. We talk about the console games like e-football. So if you're like if you're a football bettor, and that's the majority part of the audience, it took us few years to engage them with the virtual esports, with the FIFA games, with the Volta games. But once they build the trust, build the confidence in this product, you see that the numbers are skyrocketing.
And of course, integrity is a main part of the betting industry, and BETER actually defines integrity as paramount. So how do you work around integrity?
First, I think that integrity in the sport betting is mandatory, no matter which content you are providing, which leagues, which geography, and we are no exception in that. We definitely put it in our top priority. It's our commitment to our customers and to our players. Integrity, there is no silver bullet. Integrity is a whole process, a whole framework, from how you onboard the players and doing the tests to find that this is the right player for you, how you doing the matchup, how you track the human behavior, the game indicators, how you act on that, how you are running your educational program. And I think also we have quite a big team of integrity. We believe that this is one of our source of success. And eventually integrity beside being an important topic by itself, you can see the reflection at the end of the day in the numbers. If integrity is not perfect, you will see the margin going down. You will see the turnover, you will see the GGR being impacted. So I know, looking at the numbers, that we're doing a very good job.
So integrity is probably linked with credibility, right? For a company
yes.
yours. And being in SBC Summit Latin America, I can't help but asking you about the Latin American market. You have recently acquired a license in the Peruvian market, which has recently been or has recently reformed their regulations. So you are targeting Peru specifically. So let me ask you, how do you assess the Peruvian market? How do you assess the Latin American region in general? And what are your expectations both in Peru specifically and in Latin America in general?
So Latin America is, if I look at the last 12 months, is by far the most growing market for us. And I think for many other providers in this industry. The market is becoming mature, and the regulation is part of the maturing of the market. For me, having more and more regulation, it might be like sort of another obstacle you need to address with. But looking for the long term, I think it's a very, very positive thing. Every regulated market, yes, there are some taxation, there are some regulation, there are more effort need to be put, but eventually it will pay off big time because the people in this geography, they know and they learn to trust about this product because they know it's governed, regulated by the government. We saw it in Europe for the last 50 years, and there were some people who were concerning about it, but I think it's quite consensus that the regulated markets are providing value. Latin America, again, the biggest value in terms of growth in the last 12 months. In Peru, we have, I think we are working now with most of the biggest players in this market. So the fact that we can, through them, introduce our content to the Peruvian market is very important for us. Brazil, needless to say, also going through some transformation now, but massively growing. We are looking forward to see how 2025 will be. We have some new regulation in the horizon. We have also we applied to the Buenos Aires in Argentina, which is another region that is now being certified. So we are very positive about this geography. This is why we're here, and we are in other events. We have a local team here, and we are putting more and more efforts in this market.
And you mentioned events. In SBC Summit Latin America is kind of like marks the end of the event calendar of the year. So how important are these events for the company?
I think in general, for BETER, being here is crucial. Here and other events in the industry. First of all, it's for brand recognition. We are still a young company, for brand awareness, brand recognition, and also the fact that I can meet here and my team can meet here all of our customers and partners in consolidated 2 days, something that will take me months if I need to visit them in their offices. That's priceless for us. So we are using these events mostly to drive business development naturally. Brand recognition, brand awareness, that is very helpful. People see the brand better see our booths, see our sponsorships, see in the award ceremony. And I think that, it's hard to quantify it, but over the time I see that, when I'm talking to people in the industry, everyone knows who we are, what we are doing. That's absolutely mandatory for us to succeed. And
of course, I can't end this interview without asking you, what can we expect from BETER into 2025?
All right, so what we have been doing and will continue to do in 2025 is basically to grow in every key dimension. So in terms of our product production, we are having in our pipeline several new, very exciting sport disciplines that we are going to launch. Expand geography. We just launched last month in October. We launched our Sofia, Bulgaria venue. And in July, our India venue. It's the first one we have in Asia. And we have a couple of more venues planned also in 2025, one of them also in Latin America. So expanding geography, expanding the amount of discipline we are producing, the amount of events we are producing, some additional features and some additional engaging features that we are playing in our roadmap. So I'm sure it's going to be exciting here.
Gal, thank you very much.
My great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank everyone for watching. That's Gal Ehrlich, CEO of BETER, and we'll see you all in the next one.